Hello, Sula here from MistyHilltops.com. Thanks for stopping by. In this video, I'm working on a traveler's notebook layout titled Ocean Breeze. I'll be scrapping these photos, and I'm working with a digital version of the collection By the Sea by Carta. This layout is based on sketch number 13, which is a silhouette cut template that will be available as freebie at MistyHilltops.com. And there are a number of freebies available for download. So if you haven't done it, check out MistyHilltops.com. So anyway, I have already prepped all the papers and all that. It's a digital cut, version. And so I just use the sketch or the cutting template, and I drag and drop. So I clip all my papers to that template and then print them out and cut them out. And here I have a few more flowers. I have a few flowers that I have in my silhouette library. And so then I also cut them out and I shape them. And here I'm still adding a few, not enamel dots, but some bling in the middle of the flower in the center there. So then I'm ready to work on the page. And I'm starting with some of the background papers. Again, I clip all these papers to the template, and then I just print them, and if it's just straight cuts, I just cut them out by hand. But if it's a little more fussy, the cutting, then I will I will make a cut file that I then use the print and cut function. Not really the print and cut. I have my own way, and there's a video actually already on this channel that explains how I do my print and cut, and I always get it perfectly right. So if you want to check that out, you can do that right here on the channel. And I'll put a link in the description box below. So anyway, I also cut a frame. I clipped a wooden paper from the collection to that frame. That frame is part of the template, and so I cut that I had the silhouette cut out, and now I'm putting the photos behind it, and they work just right. It's just the right size for it's made for 2x2 photos, but the way I print my photos is from Pages, or a Word document, basically a word processing document, and the photos are always almost exactly 2x3s and 2x2s and 3x3s. And still using most of using the page for print. I use A4 for photo paper, and it uses the page just really, really well with very little waste of paper, and still has the photos in exactly the size that is the good size for a traveler's notebook layout. So here I am still adding, and I usually arrange everything before I start gluing things down, because I want to make sure that I don't glue things down in the wrong place, and then there isn't enough space for certain things the way that I had planned it. And so I usually put it down first, but I distress the edges. I run a Carta around the edges, and so things are a little more, they pop up from the page, which is exactly what I want for the layout, so that the papers have a little more contrast than if I just put the flat papers on the layout. But still, that makes it a little more difficult if I just want to loosely arrange things on the page, because they always slide around, because the edges popping up just make things slide around on the page a lot. Anyway, I've decided to start gluing things down, and there's two clusters that I have on this page. There's one cluster that is on the left side, and here I always have to make sure, because I'm working with 2 pages. It's a traveler's notebook with the traditional traveler's notebook sizes, and so because it's 2 pages, I always have to make sure when I have a design that goes across the 2 pages, as the design in the top left there does, it actually goes all across the page. I have to make sure that the pages align perfectly before I actually start to glue down things and put them together there. But once I have the first piece that goes across the 2 pages down, it's not a big deal. I can, everything else is just easy sail, I may say, if we're talking about beach already. This is a beach layout or a seaside layout, and we're enjoying time. This is for a Traveler's Notebook album that I'm making for my trip to Israel in 2019. And so this is Tel Aviv, the seaside there. And then so I put a little scallop border in the left bottom corner there. It also comes in the cut file. That is just a freebie on my blog. And then I have these tags from the kit, and you see I didn't cut out the full tags. Actually, these are tags that will be in the cut file that I just clipped paper to. I didn't use any of the tags that come with the kit, I think. But you see, I don't make a full long tag because it's going to be tucked underneath or behind the photo there, and so I don't want to use waste printing, the ink and all that, and paper, because I cut these on cardstock. And so here I realized, I didn't have any leaves, but I wanted some leaves for my flowers, so I went ahead and die cut some more leaves, and then came back to continue the page here. And so now I'm putting down one flower there by where the title goes, and I have 2 little leaves that go with that flower. So again, this flower just comes from my silhouette library, and I just gave it some shape, some dimension there. And then most of the elements are flat, of course, because they are directly from the kit, from this mega collection By the Sea by Carta. Anyway, there recently was a sale. I was looking for this. It's called Winter Market, and I really had my eye on that collection, and just randomly to check. And then I saw it's the digital version. They just had a sale recently, so I just snatched up, and I ended up snatching up a few more things than I had actually planned. But I'm really happy that I got the opportunity to buy more of the kits that were on sale there. And there, the little bling thing came off the center of the flower, so I glued it back on. No big deal. I'm adding the little leaf underneath there. Sometimes I'm a little off screen. I'm sorry for that. It's just sometimes I need to be closer to my face, and so I can see things better. So anyway, here I'm preparing the little flower that will go there. I just used the color pick from in the Silhouette Studio to pick the red and the little blue, the blue from both these flowers, and then filled the flowers with the colors from the kit. So I didn't use solid colored cardstock for that. I just printed the flowers with the rest of the stuff that I printed, and then I had my silhouette cut it. So that's a little sailboat that goes up in that corner there, and then gives a little space for some more word strips. I make these word strips myself, and they will be available as freebies on my blog as well. These are travel word strips, so that I can do all my layouts that I'm making for this Israel notebook that I'm working on. I'm working on several notebooks at a time usually. I have one that is the Israel one, and then I have another one going that's a garden one from my mom. It's a birthday present, but this one's just to document our trip with my family to Israel. So anyway, I'm just finishing off a few more things there, adding the last bits of word strips that I am using. So they don't come with a Carta kit. They were created by myself and will be available as freebies. So that's the end of the page. I forgot to cut it apart on screen, but anyway, you've seen it probably before. So here I'm leaving you with a few more close-ups. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, consider giving it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing. I hope you have a great day, and thanks for watching. Bye.